Sulu minuti o te ele Iulai, 20 minutes after 5 this afternoon on the 685 show. And if you know what that theme is, then you just know. If you know, you know. Le o tātou taumai le teimi o le tātou HamoChats segment for this afternoon. Our guests joining us in studio, Magic Mark and Pretty Richie, aka the Pretty Boys, who are the newly crowned Njpw Tamashii Inaugural Tag Team Champions. We have them in studio this afternoon, here to have a chat about their recent success at their Cold War event last Friday at Mangere Arts Centre. It's an honour to have you both in the studio this afternoon. Talofa lava and welcome to the show.
Mahalo lava, thanks for having us, man.
Mahalo, so for your belts are very illaring in my eye right now, and I'm trying to hold it together and keep myself composed because they look amazing. But hey, look, before we get into the business end of things, Mark and Richie, like we do with all our guests, tuatu lewa noa, to introduce yourselves. Who is Magic Mark? Who is Pretty Richie? Where are you from? Hailing from where? And all of that good stuff. Before we get into the business side of our talanoa this afternoon. Malenganga whāloa.
Do you go first? You go first.
My name is Richard Mulu, also known as the prettiest man in professional wrestling.
Yes.
Pretty Richie. I come from my village in Samoa is Sapali. I stay in the wonderful land of the 274 Otara.
That's cool.
That's where I reside. And I'm proud Samoan, and as you can see, I'm in a great mood.
Yes.
Puts me in a great mood.
Happy days.
Well, my name is Mark Tui, also known as Magic Mark. I come from the villages of Whaleapuna, Salo Fata, Lufi Lufi, and I currently reside in Otahu, or Oda Blue as they like to call it.
Oda Blue. Okay.
But my heart is in Central because I grew up born and raised out in Mount Roscoe, so always representing Roscoe.
Beautiful. I should say, and Richie, my apologies. Pa'uia te au, ia lusungia Richard, ia lusungia Pretty Richie. Ia ua whapeleina foi I le swafa se Iuli, am I correct? Lau sunga se Iuli, Richard Mulu, aka Pretty Richie. Mark, am I missing any matai names that I should acknowledge still?
No, I don't have any matai names, unfortunately.
Magic, eh?
Oh, Magic.
Magic.
Falo sopo.
Beautiful, man. Hey, look, first of all, whamalo atu, congratulations on your success last week at Cold War, winning the inaugural tag team championship bouts, the Njpw Tamashii tag team bouts. First of all, congratulations, but I really want to get into kind of the background story and what has brought you to into the wrestling space, the pro wrestling space. Where does the love for wrestling come from? And yeah, where did that start for you both?
Well, I guess many young Polynesian families, we grew up watching, likes of The Rock.
Yeah.
And many other, these days now we got the Usos and Roman Reigns, but my family, I grew up watching wrestling from a very young age, and I guess the characters is what drew me, and probably the storytelling as well just kind of took me out of, I guess, realities, when you just need a break from from your day-to-day life, work and that, and whatever you're stressing about or whatever you're working through. I think wrestling's always been an outlet, and it's always been, for myself, just talking for myself, it's always been an outlet for myself, and it's always something I've loved ever since I was young. And it's still quite a you know, sometimes I have to pinch myself that I'm actually doing it.
Yeah.
You know, because when I look back, you know, especially here in New Zealand, there's not that many opportunities in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, New Zealand's dominated by rugby and netball and league and all that, and very little space for professional wrestling. But man, if I can see, you know, if I see the likes of The Rock up there, the likes of Roman Reigns and the Usos and that, you know, if I see those brown faces up there, then, you know, why can't I do it?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And yeah.
Me, Magic Mark?
For me, similar to Rich.
Yeah.
So for me, I grew up watching wrestling on the likes of The Rock, even taking it back to King Haku and the Wild Samoans. You know, when I listened to my dad talk about how they used to come to New Zealand, you know, in the late 70s and early 80s, you know, I was always quite fascinated, but then, you know, growing up and watching The Rock, you know, that's pretty much the pinnacle of the sport.
Yeah.
Is The Rock. You know, we've got, obviously you've got like Roman Reigns now and the Usos and, you know,
the new blood
the
coming
new
through.
blood, the bloodline coming through. But man, to reach that pinnacle where The Rock's gone, because he's transcended from not just wrestling but just overall. That's, man, to me that's the dream, that's the goal.
Yeah.
So this is only the first stop.
Of course. One of many bouts.
One of many
bouts. Talk to us about the significance of the bouts and its association with New Japan Pro Wrestling, because unless you're unless you're in the know about the wrestling world, and everyone knows WWE, everyone, you know, we don't need to explain that, but unless you're like a real wrestling head and you really understand the different promotions around the world and the different companies that kind of make up the pro wrestling industry, New Japan Pro Wrestling, where does that sit in terms of, you know, for people to get an understanding of where New Japan sits amongst the wrestling world?
So with New Japan, it's pretty much one of the top 3 in the world, alongside with AEW and WWE. But if you watch, obviously you're watching wrestlers on WWE right now, but a lot of those wrestlers come and they stem from New Japan.
Yeah.
And when you look at the old school wrestlers like Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Hulk Hogan, the list goes on. They've all come from New Japan, and they've pretty much gone on to WWE. It's interesting because the way that we wrestle, I mean, in Japan, it's a sport. You know, it's a legitimate sport over there. Obviously, in the Western society, it's seen as more of like entertainment. But you know, it's a sport over there in Japan. They take it literally seriously over there.
I've seen snaps of like videos of the Don Fale over there. He's a celebrity over there. Like, he's legit. Like, everyone knows him. Like, I have a sister who stays in Japan, and everyone knows Fale. Like, and I seen him very recently in a match. You know, he walks in, he's got the cigar and everything. Like, and it really is like, obviously the martial arts and sumo and the wrestling thing over in Japan, but yeah, like just seeing one of the brothers over there must be such a vibe for you guys. In terms of I guess picking up these titles, let's talk about last week. How was that? Because and just on that note about people think it's entertainment, Samoa, I can tell you now, the fula on Richie's maka last week was not entertainment. That was real, man. It was very real. Like, and I think mad props to you guys. But in terms of Cold War and just having to claw to get these titles, talk to us about that. What was that like for you guys?
The event Cold War was really important to us. It was a milestone, especially for our dojo where we train in that. And man, like, if you were there from the very beginning, you know, without the vision of Fale, you know, he's man, none of this would be possible. And these belts, these are more than just belts, man.
Yeah.
Like, this represents all the hard work, the sacrifice, you know, all the tears, you know, everything that the dojo has been through, everything that we've been through. This is what these belts represent. And last week, I think, you know, we showed everyone, you know, how important that event was.
Yeah.
You know, as much as we like to entertain, as much as we like to be as flamboyant as we are, and you know, all the smiles go around, it was business.
Yeah.
And we had to show them, you know, we had to show them that this is a sport, man. This is nothing. It's not just come in and, you know, you just fall on your back and whatnot. This is a real sport, and this is to be taken very seriously.
Yeah.
Some people just think they can just come in and, you know, they can act the part, you know, which is fine and that, but, you know, unless, you know, you're behind the scenes, and, you know, we've been in the system for well over 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
And it's been a long road. It's certainly been a long road, but for myself, I wouldn't change it.
Yeah.
You know, last week Cold War was very hard hitting. You know, as you saw, the full on my maka was not nothing fake about that.
Straight up.
But man, you know, to share the ring with you know, not only, you know, in the main event with Youngblood, so, with Oscar and Yuto, you know, and they've just flown back to Japan.
Yeah.
You know, and man, they you know, they brought out the best in us.
Yeah.
To be honest, and we needed that.
That must have been so bad, because I didn't realize that till after the show that Youngblood they're over there, like they're doing so. Like, that must have been such a big thing for you guys to be like, these guys have come all the way here, and we're gonna, you know, fight for this championship. Like, just the buzz, buzz and getting that. And they put up a, man, I'm not gonna lie, I was like hard out cheering. But there were times, there's some pins there, I was like, hey, you're messing with my mission. It's like, 1, 2, oh, you know, like, no, it was epic. And you talk about Fale and the Fale Dojo, and then you guys being in the system for 7 years. And the behind the scenes, talk us through what the behind the scenes, because you're very correct. Like, it's very easy to just be like, yeah, I'm Stone Cold, and, you know, like, for us to play the character work, but there's a lot of stuff that goes behind that. Can you share a bit about what that process is, especially when you're starting off in the dojo? Obviously, there's hierarchy. Talk us through that.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you hear the term, you got to pay your dues, huh? So for us, you know, we pretty much had to do everything. So it wasn't just the training inside of the ring; it's also the training outside of the ring too. So it's things like, and it's the most, I think it's things that sometimes, like, the Westerners don't really understand.
Yeah.
Unless you come from more like a cultured background like us. So with the way the system is based, it's very Japanese, heavily Japanese influenced, because of Fale coming from Japan and bringing it back. With us, we kind of found it, like, we understood it, because they're very big on respect.
Yeah.
So with us, we didn't really struggle as much in terms of that aspect, like fa'alualu and all that sort of stuff. We knew, you know. But then you get our other counterparts, they come in and they're very oblivious to it. So, you know, with us, it was pretty much, as well as, you know, trying to make something of it, of the training and push through, we also had to push everyone else.
Yeah.
And sometimes it kind of led to, it was a little bit, it led to a, you know, to a sort of downfall sometimes, because we would put people in front of us, and that's just how we are. That's how we've been brought up. So we would always, you know, when opportunities would rise, even though we knew that we were the fit for it, you know, we always gave it to our dojo brothers, or we never sort of put our hand out. We always kind of just stayed in the background and, you know, well, I hate to say it, but, you know, be humble and give the, you know. But then sometimes in this business, you have to be selfish. You know, it has to get to that point where you're going to have to be like, you know, we're not getting any younger, you know, and we have to put ourselves first at some point in time. Hence this, But it's a huge responsibility, you know. When you become champ and stuff like that, it's not just champ and go to sleep and wake up and eat. You know,
everyone's coming for you, eh? You gotta watch your back, man.
Yeah,
like.
and everyone's coming for us, like not just in the ring, but pretty much outside of the ring, because you know you got all those Reddit keyboard warriors out there,
of course,
who like to, and everyone's entitled to do, you know, that's fine, but that's what this represents. So everyone's gunning for us, and we know it.
Yeah.
But it's how we hold ourselves, you know, with pride and with honor. Do it the right way.
Yeah.
You know, because as much as we, you know, go through the whole flamboyant stuff within wrestling, but we also remember at the back of our minds that we represent our families as we go through. So that's important to us.
You talk about that culture in the wrestling, especially with the in the dojo. I've heard stories of like obviously you have to train and you know the upfront stuff, but I've heard stories like you know you got to go salo the ring, salo the gym, like set up the ring. Is that true? Like is that part of the whole coming up in the system?
Definitely is.
Yeah.
You gotta we're waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning for the morning clean.
Yeah.
You know, scrubbing down the bathrooms, cleaning the ring, cleaning the gym, the boxing bags, vacuuming upstairs in our living, and then by 9 o'clock everyone's got to be downstairs. You know, for the morning stretch, and then training starts from 9, and we'd finish training at like 12 or 1.
Man.
And training goes on for you know at least 4 to 5 hours every day.
Yeah.
So Monday through to Saturday.
Shucks.
And that's just to root out you know the ones that really want it,
that are really there for it.
And I've been through a couple of intakes.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's some people where I thought, man, this guy should breeze through.
Yeah.
This guy should. Yeah, and then that's like... and then it's like, oh, where is he? He already left.
Yeah.
You know, or I see guys who have, like, you know, they say so much, you know, and they're just like, man, this is what I really want to do.
Yeah.
And then just end up finding out their excuses are bigger than their dreams.
Yeah.
And then it's usually those guys who usually be the keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
End up being the keyboard warriors.
Yeah, being the right backs of the... Oh, sorry. Don't get me started, sorry. No, but I love that, you know, and what you're saying about that's just part of our culture anyway. Like Saturday morning, you make sure you're up soloing the house, doing the dishes, and so I guess applying that to the dojo setting is very, like you said, very simple. So Iulai, I've seen you, if you follow Richie on Instagram, on Instagram and TikTok, like from the days of cutting voiceover promos on TikTok. Don't act like you don't know. I know you know. But there was a time I remember following from then, and you know, now with the championship, like that must mean a lot to you, or to you both as well. Like moving forward from here, where do you take this? Where does this go? Like from now that you've got the championship, and obviously, like you know, you said people are coming for the belts. It's a very real thing. Where to from here?
Only up for the pretty boys.
Yeah, man.
Only up from here for the pretty boys. I think we're gonna, you know, I think you're gonna see a whole nother side of the pretty boys. Everyone that's come to watch our shows, you know, have seen us. They've seen the entertainment and flamboyant side, but now that we got these belts on our shoulders, we got to turn it up even more.
Yo.
So, yeah, I guess expect to see championship status matches. Championships, you know.
Pressure's on. Yeah. We dwell off the pressure. That's what we love. Well, but this is pretty much the beginning for us. I think when people think once you get the belt, you just sit comfortably, but nah, man, this is where it begins. This is where it starts for us. So this belt pretty much, that's a representation of what's to come and what we're going to put out there. You know, any company we put it out there, you know, WWE, AEW, if you're watching this,
are you all in? Are you all in? I love that, man. I love that. And you know, you guys are now, have been and are now even more so part of the fabric of the New Japan Pro Wrestling promotion. Is there any kind of hopes of cracking the WWE at some point, like in the future? Like, or do you want to like stay amongst and conquer the New Japan scene? Like, what does that look like for you in the future?
I think for us right now, it's to conquer New Japan.
Yo.
And to show New Japan that there's a whole other side here to the territory that they're not looking at. Like I said previously before, opportunities have been given to people, to the wrong people, I might add. But now we've been given this opportunity to really put ourselves forward, put our foot forward, put our dojo forward. So it's for us. It's it's not just being the champ, but it's being, how would you say, being otherworldly. You know what I mean? To show New Japan that we have more than what it takes to hang with the big guys, at the top level. We can do it. We can make you money.
Richie?
Just what the Uso said. I mean, right now you're looking at the best. Shianya.
Word.
What more is there to say? This says it all. Whoever's watching, AEW, WWE, New Japan, wherever you are, you want some? We're waiting. We're waiting pretty. We're sitting pretty. We're sitting pretty here. Magic Mark and Pretty Richie. We're waiting for you. We want the smoke.
All of the smoke. I love that. Speaking of the smoke, dream match for you both as a tag team, but maybe also individually. Dream match, either currently in the current roster around the world, from any promotion. Who is that?
Man, who would your dream match be? Tag or singles?
In singles right now, man, there's a guy in New Japan. His name is Tomohiro Ishii. I would love to share the ring with him. He's very hard hitting, old school wrestler, no nonsense.
Yeah.
And they call him the pit bull. He just he just keeps on keeping on in the ring, man. Like no matter what. So I think if as in a singles match, I'd love to have that as a singles. In tag,
man, that's a hard one here.
There's so many great tag teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was to go old school, I wouldn't mind challenging the Wild Samoans.
That'll be a match for sure. Absolutely.
Obviously, man, Wild Samoans, they paved the way.
Yeah, man.
They helped pave the way in there. But man, we'll probably get humbled. But man,
it'll be a vicious lineup, eh?
I'd give it a go, man.
Yeah,
you gotta go against the best. So. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Wild Samoans, I'd love to give it a go.
Magic.
I think for me, singles wise, man, New Japan wise, I think, man, it's pretty speechless right now.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a match with obviously the likes of the guys like Okada, who used to be in New Japan, is now in AEW.
Yep.
Those are the dream matches. Tag, man, it's too many to choose from.
Yeah.
So many to choose from. Because even being in the ring with any tag it's a privilege. It's an honor to share the ring too. So too many to name.
Yeah. Out of the current roster, in terms of speaking specifically, the bloodline, new and old, anyone in there that you want to catch the smoke with?
Usos.
Usos, yeah. Yo, Mark?
Oh man, yeah, Usos. Anyone really? If given the opportunity, we can hang.
Yeah.
We're in there. I mean, obviously, we wouldn't be in this position and holding the belts if we knew that we couldn't hang. So
Straight.
All Souls, Bloodline, all those guys, bring the smoke.
They can all catch the smoke.
They can all catch the smoke, and we'll provide the mirrors.
Beautiful. Look, as we kind of wrap up for this evening, any words that you like to, final words that you like to share, any shout outs, alofangas that you want to make to anyone, any call outs? You can call out as many people as you want on the show. This is your chance. I can chuck it up on Instagram, but yeah, mole tule, tule ever know ya ulua.
I just want to shout out to mum and dad. If you're watching, I know you're on Facebook all the time. So if you're watching, thank you, mum and dad, for everything you guys have done for myself and supporting me on this crazy journey that I've chosen to go on with professional wrestling. I know you want us to get a normal, safe job in there, and I guess when people ask me, oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, professional wrestling. It's like, hey. But thank you, mum and dad, for everything. My family, my sisters and that, especially, and my family in Australia. Every time I come over and do shows in Australia, you guys always have my back. And the message to the people, kids, listen to your parents. Don't get an attitude if they tell you to do something. Tell your parents you love them. Parents, tell your kids you love them as well, just as much. Correct. Tomorrow is never promised, and life is too short to be hold grudges and whatnot. So yeah.
I just want to send out a huge shout out and malofa'anga to my parents and my dad. Mum passed away 2 years ago, so always at the back of my mind every day. But most importantly, I want to send my love to my beautiful wife at home and my 2 beautiful kids, Shadrach and Monet, and particularly my wife, because there's not a lot of women that would put up with, the stuff that we have to go through. The injuries, just the injuries and just the way how the business operates.
Of course.
And then when there's times when we have to really go out there and do the shows, we take a lot of time off. So just want to send our love and appreciation to my wife and my kids.
The real champs out there.
Those are the real champions. But yeah, other than that, just what about you? Shout out to anyone else? Challenge to anyone else?
Open challenge as always.
Open challenge, yes.
Pretty boys, you guys see it left, right, and center on our socials, on our dojo pages. You guys see it. It's open challenge. If you guys think, no. If you guys think you can keep up with us, we don't want it. We don't want people that think they can hang with us. We want people that know they can match us. So it's either you step up or you step aside. Otherwise, you step up, just know you're gonna get stepped on.
Love it also.
Thank you, brothers. Look, I appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate the passion that you guys have for the sport, and like I said, it was exciting seeing you guys in the ring last week, and I look forward to seeing you in the ring again, and hopefully raising the belts again and victory. And we wish you all the best. Hopefully we'll see you guys. I don't want to see you guys in Mangere anymore. I can't wait to see you guys in Japan and around the world. And I mean that. So big thank you again for joining us. The Njpw Tamashii Inaugural Tag Team Champions, the Pretty Boys. Thank you for joining us in studio. Wishing you all the best following your journey. I asked them what they wanted to listen to on the way out, and they said anything RSA. So this one goes out to the Pretty Boys and all their followers. Please be sure to follow the Njpw Pro Wrestling Tamashii on Instagram, as well as Fale Dojo. Follow the boys. You want to plug your IGs real quick?
KingRich_12 on Instagram.
Instagram, it's Magic Mark Suave.
Suave. Suave. I love it.
Hey.
Be sure to follow the brothers and their journey. Thank you again, and all the best. Have a great weekend.
Thank you so much.